And oh shoot, I gotta go to Facebook too, right?
I mean, I only use Facebook to stalk people, so if you got like connections,
I ain't got nothing like that. You gotta chill out. Oh,
not possible.
video. It liked the Facebook click there,
All right.
and then okay, and then it got it. Wow. Yeah, it got it that time. Facebook got. Dang. I'm sorry, everybody. Talk about a straight killer.
Swipers, no swiping.
Big, big mess ups there. All right, go live there.
Check it out, YouTube. Today we're playing Fortnite first person mode. We're going to get some epic shots and we're going to take some epic shits. Get ready.
Doo doo. Hmm. Details, audience setting, public save, enable pin comments. Good. Okay, doesn't help. Got nothing that's saying that we can start. I don't even know if it's live on Facebook. Nope.
What up, Facebook? Today we're playing Fortnite.
Don't tell them now because we're not.
I am.
Shit.
What up, TikTok? We're evading taxes.
Good Jesus. Might crash again stream, but damn. I don't listen to T.
Today we're going on the dark web trying to buy a new sibling.
I had a new sip.
See how bad they're doing in life.
Wow. Might be onto something. All right, we're back. Sorry, everybody. I'm fixing and breaking stuff at the same damn time. Uh, it'd be like that sometimes. Just bear with me. Let me open up
It's a
restream
Bob
chat.
Vila quote.
Those are those happy boys. Blow you up a little bit more.
I'm just a chill guy.
Oof. Meme Lorton. There you go. Now we're equals. I like it. People. Remember this correctly. Damn, they got me asking for traffic lights, T. You see it? Damn, now they got me asking for bicycles.
Where?
Oh, you can't see that?
No.
Oh, man, dude, this is bad. They're asking for crosswalks. Now they're
Oh,
asking
you
for
gotta verify you're
yeah.
not a robot.
Yo, this robot verification thing is killing me. I'm 5 clicks in, I mean I'm 5 pictures in, and they won't let your boy thrive. Okay. Oh, ask me for bus. Whole bunch of buses. I'm pretty good technically, especially on the fly. It's just that this is like 50 minutes ago fly. So, we out here getting it. So just sit back, relax, let me get all technically messed up. We got this.
Okay.
Uh now restream. Have to fix my YouTube stuff. Dashboard.
In the meantime, we're playing Fortnite today. We're
Stop in the Fortnite first person mode. Destinations. Chat.
I took my noise suppression off, so if you hear me
Get the
farting,
flux
that's me
capacitor
farting.
fixed.
Get the flux capacitor fixed. Good Jesus. You got those. All right, I think this event is grabbed, so my chat should be good now. Yep. Get the flux capacitor fixed. What's up? What's up, James? All right. Let's see. Close.
All right.
Hello, Alex.
Oh, how did TTS get cut on? Oh, I don't know how TTS gets cut on. What's up, Andy?
Test.
Yep. Something's got what you call it on. Settings. Yeah, it's working. It's just that I won't be able to see my YouTube chats, so I'll just head over to YouTube and just look at chats like a normal person.
On Fortnite.
Big Fortnite. Can you pop out YouTube chats? Pop out chat. There we go. All right. If you're watching on the tubes of you, go ahead. You're free to chat now. I see both. T, I don't know how you can. All right. I don't know if you can see both, but I think we are getting to that point where we are saying we are green light. All right.
What up, YouTube?
Okay. All right, T. I apologize for that fiasco of starting, but yeah, everything y'all see, this was like in the last hour. So thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for sitting down with us and coming in for episode 2. As you guys saw in the title, under construction still. We're going to figure some stuff out. But T, how was your last 2 weeks been? Because your boy been lacking.
Horrible.
Yeah, same.
Horrible.
Okay, all right.
Got
Happy
nothing to talk about.
Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day for all the U.S. People who went out there and did the thing with their families, friends, and or with the plates of food. Um, yeah, same here. I mean, you know, because at 8:15 you message me and I'm on the road driving 2 hours east to tell you that hey we're not going to stream 2 weeks ago. Throwing money. Stop throwing that money over here, man.
Have a great holiday and New Year.
Turn
We
T
will.
up.
Yeah, turn T up. Got you. I got you. All right.
I don't see that you're live on Tube. Are you live on Tube?
I should be, but let me go back and check. No, it says I'm. Oh yeah, I am live, unlisted live.
Oh hell no! See, I can't be.
Safe. Yeah, we're live now. My bad, brother. Thank you for catching that. We're public.
Now it's time
Yeah.
to fire up the Fortnite.
No. All right. So
Where
as
we
we,
dropping?
I don't even know the places in Fortnite. I am. I skipped Fortnite because they went left when I was trying to stay right.
I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah, that battle royale was something special. But
All right.
I think we're good. Did you just clap and mute at the same time? What happened there?
I didn't clap and mute.
You muted clap? How'd you?
No.
Did you clap and not get a sound?
Did you hear me?
No, that was fire. You got a good. Oh, now I did. Damn it!
Oh,
I thought you had a really good. I thought your threshold was like fucking professional.
Good moisturizing routine.
Yeah, facts. There you go. So welcome everybody. This is second episode. Thank you everybody for sitting in. YouTube, sorry you guys missed the intro because I messed up and left that thing unlisted. My bad. I was doing testing over there too, but messed up. We already talked about our Thanksgiving because we didn't want to talk about it. How's fishing been up in the in Virginia T?
I ain't done it. We're in drought conditions.
You not getting any of this rain that happened today?
I got the rain, but we need more. So
Yeah.
we're gonna need another foot. All the spots have been down. All the lakes have been down. We don't have a lot of, if any, like natural fed or dam based waterways. All of our stuff, or at least the stuff close within, I say close, I mean within like a 30-minute drive,
Yeah.
depends on water from the sky above. It does not seep in from the ground below. And we haven't had it, so things have sucked. People are turning to golf, so they're selling all their gear.
Sounds about normal. That sounds about right about this time. Later, Andy.
A lot of combos on Facebook Marketplace. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, we were in the same, not drought conditions. We were in the same like no water for the last month and a half. So we definitely felt that. But my fishing has been literally at the home pond, and it's been lackluster to say the least. Definitely been lackluster, but I mean, I'm catching a little crappie, a little bluegill, and a little bass. So they're still tugging.
Yeah. So well, it's the December is not traditionally, other than Florida, it's not really the time of year for a lot of ambitious trips and ideas and goal setting. So, it's a great time as ever to play Fortnite. So that's what we're doing.
No, yep, Fortnite. Epic Games. If you want to pay us, we got you. We can try some Fortnite.
All right. Well, vaguely. So if we're cutting to the chase, I remember last time we were here on MySpace Live, we were talking about doing a little bit of discussion regarding like getting started, like how this whole thing starts.
Yep.
And what that looks like for a lot of people, because there's a lot of shit out there. A lot of people want to spend your money for you. A lot of companies, traditional companies that were around prior to our pandemic period of 2020 up until kind of still now to some extent. There's a lot of business things that took place. Things were acquired by larger corporations. Places were apprehended. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of acquisitions that were trying to capitalize on the fact that outdoors activities were one of the few things that were openly advertised and suggested for a lot of communities. So here we are dealing with the ramifications of people that are not at heart invested in the outdoors activities and sports or whatever you want to call them, are now guiding business decisions and market trends that really amounts to everybody like, what the hell's going on?
Yep.
So yeah,
agreed.
it's treacherous.
It's and to put it in other terms, it's, gosh, I can't even think of what else. What bought something recently that everybody can associate with. Damn, I dropped it. Yeah, no, F it. Yeah, we're at the point. Yeah, we're definitely at the point where we saw those highs and lows, and now we're sitting on that low end of the business decision to start acquiring all these outdoor companies, because you'll start seeing it with all the new trends and everybody just getting swallowed up. It's definitely been happening.
So
what was the last one we talked about last week? Lawrence and Motor Guide. That was like the most recent one.
Well, so you got an interesting. So like now's the time of year, and some other broadcasts have covered these kind of things. But like holiday sales are kicking in. I don't know if whoever took in the Black Friday month day shopping things, but this is the time of year where folks that can't get on the water get their wallets out and try to like stock up, get their stuff right, get some maintenance done. You're hearing people twice. Who are we hearing twice? Is it me?
Are we hearing them twice? Do you have YouTube and Twitch open?
Uh-oh, I'm twice. I'm doubled. I got an echo.
Maybe I need to. How about now? I muted you in. Yeah, so now that wouldn't make sense. I'll probably have to give you your own audio track. Say something now, T.
Something now.
There you go. I gave you a lot more bass in the voice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're probably catching it off of my. I got you. My threshold is trash.
All right, we're good. Maybe.
Yeah, I turned you down in my headset. You guys are probably hearing it out of my headphones.
So now I can yell? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Forget the kids asleep. We're going to scream.
All
right. All right, so we're good?
Yeah, we're good. Go for it.
Audience confirmed that we're not screaming and echoing. All right. Now it's time to fire up Fortnite. All right. So we're trying to what we need to do is try to give folks an opportunity to not just the beginners, but like let's whittle it down, or let's have that discussion this evening if possible about like the basics, things to kind of just keep in mind so you're an informed consumer, not going out of your way to get manipulated, right? I mean, it's one of those kind of things, unfortunately, but I mean, and now I'm stuffy sounding. What the hell is going on? I don't. No, we're mixing audio for the next hour and a half.
There you
Everybody
go.
grab your compressors.
I dropped him down.
Okay.
I turned you down, and then I turned the audio up on desktop so it smooths you out a little bit more. Big quacks.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, so where are we going? Are you getting stuff? Are you grabbing stuff for the holidays to prepare for next year?
Yep. So my biggest buys going into this is You said next year. We're talking about the next 2 months. My winter season starts next week.
What does a winter season entail?
So we'll be. It's a three one event every month. You can go to any lake in North Carolina. Best five fish. So yeah, it's my next purchases are going to be more entailed for a winter fish that can hopefully go into a spring kind of pattern. So I'm pretty good on most of my spring baits, but I'm going to need some more winter baits. I don't have too many more blade baits. And I think I'm going to need to grab some new line. So yeah.
What kind of line?
Uh-oh. So this is where it gets a little tricky for me. I'm normally in the winter I'm going 10-pound fluoro. So I'm going for a 10-pound fluoro and a 15-pound fluoro. Those are the only two I'm going to have. 10 pounds going to be for anything that's not a jig, and the 15 is going to be only for jigs, only finesse jigs, and maybe a souped up your boy T Ned rig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the prototypes. Gotcha.
Yep. But yeah, so line wise, when I'm purchasing, it really is going to have to depend on the budget for that time. If for right now, where my budget is, I'm probably going to start looking at more of either some P line or move into some Cigar Red Label. Those are going to probably be my two buys.
Well, let's see. So let's say we got some folks here that are trying to figure out, or they're trying to stack up a collection. Let's say they just got into they'll say they got into the sport in the past couple of years. They're trying to figure out with all the options. They're walking through the tackle shop or the Walmart or they're online browsing. What are some like go-to stock up now kind of things would you recommend?
Oh wow, yeah. So if we're talking like stocking stuffers and to have just to go, I think Mall Dropper hit it on the head. Trilene big game, budget effective. Only problem is just don't leave it out in the sun; it gets brittle quick. But I think that's probably like the best starting point. If we're talking about new anglers going out and trying to not be overwhelmed by everything that's out there. Walmart has it. Every big tackle shop has it. Keep it pretty standard. Then I would start looking into some of that. The I forgot what the was it Vanquish, the Siren. I can't remember who makes it, but yeah, there's a couple of ones. But I
Vanish?
think yeah, Vanish. I think
Vanquish, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. We're
yeah,
playing
they
Plants
that
vs.
old
Zombies. That's
yeah.
awesome.
But I think the biggest thing I always say to especially new anglers going in, go light. Go with like no more than 12-pound test. I don't want you to be out there with 20-pound tests on the spinning rod blowing up the reel. I think we're eventually going to get there, but I mean, I think for right now, like just try to stay away from anything over 15-pound tests if you're just getting into it. I think that's probably going to be the easiest thing to tell people, especially if they're going to be overwhelmed with how much line and plastic or plastic line they're going to be in the aisle looking at.
Okay. So, well, let's look a little bit further. So if somebody, um, or maybe somebody here is trying to get a gift for somebody, like they want to start the season on a strong note as far as like we're talking, combos, because I mean it's kind of overwhelming. I think you get to a point where at least probably where we're at, like we kind of know what we're looking for or what we need. But let's say you got a budget, you're trying to get maybe two or three rods max.
Oof.
You're trying to get two or three reels to go with two or three rods. Um, what's the guidance, let's say, to be versatile enough to kind of like be able to explore different presentations, but at the same time, the technique specific rods, um, that's been a thing. I think that's all a lot of marketing. I mean, there is value,
Yeah.
but at the
It,
same time, it's like they're really just trying to sell more stuff. We get
yeah,
that.
it's a big marketing. Because even then when you start going into certain rods and then you go into power and all the nuances of a rod, it's a heavy market, but they definitely have that hard line of when you get out of that budget to quality. You can feel it, but I don't think as a stocking stuffer we need to look at that. But combo wise, I would veer away from the easy Walmart grabs if we're talking stocking stuffers, though, because those are liable to blow up in your face, both the casting and spin rod. Unless you're going for like, I mean, Lose has pretty good combos out of Walmart if you can find them. Um, the I don't know, and it's so different. When we went to Tennessee, when we went to the Walmart, their WalMarts were stocked like a Bass Pro Shop. So it also depends where you are. The WalMarts in North Carolina are stocked like a Walmart in New Jersey. You're not getting the best quality items that you can probably grab. So I mean, I don't want to name drop Crowley, but yeah, there are a couple of things that I would say go for. Fluker Presidentials, just like Crowley was saying, super cheap, super affordable, normally really easy to grab. Rods, I would say look for anything medium, medium heavy, medium for a spinning setup out of your Walmart. Don't go for a catfish rod unless you're going for catfish. Um, what else was there? If you stop at like an Academy or a Bass Pro Shop, the Daiwa Revro series, super cheap, $50, $60 reels. Rod wise, like I said, you can probably get away with a mock spinning combo out of Walmart for like $30 to $40. But I think more so the value that you're going to get more so is going to probably be in the reels. So, right as a bank fisherman, kayak fisherman, I've probably broken more rods than I've broken more reels. So understand that you might be breaking some rods. So don't go too crazy with your with 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 your rod selection until you have a pretty good understanding of what you want to break and what you're not you cannot break. In my opinion.
Do not foul hook a 20-pound carp on a bladed jig with your Walmart combo.
Combo. Yeah. There's videos online that show what happens.
But so, and I've seen the comments. So look, not everybody's going to be about it, maybe as much as Alex and I, because like we got combos, we got arsenal, we got, there's depth. There's depth to the rack, is what I'm saying. Not everybody's going to go that way, and that's fine. I would say at the bare minimum, if you got you a solid all around spinning combo that you can handle some lighter stuff or your finesse stuff, if you add to that one solid all around casting combo around that medium heavy, so you can really crank them. Some of the power fishing, as folks tend to call it, you can probably cover 85 to 90% of the common, popular, and effective presentations for any type of sport fish, really.
Yep.
And you just have to get used to tying knots because you're going to be tying a lot, and that's fine.
You could do
Some
snap
people rock
swivel
the
game.
swivels.
Yeah, you can go snap swivel game.
Speed clips and snap swivel, ain't nothing wrong with it. It kind of just depends on how you want to play it. Not everybody's going to want to do and have dedicated combos for certain presentation. You don't have to. You absolutely can. Holy crap. But you damn sure don't need to.
Yep.
That needs to be said. I don't think it's said enough, but I think it's very intimidating to walk in and just see lines either at the Walmart or the Bass Pro or anywhere in between and go like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I need to start. But it's one of those things where, you got to get comfortable. Like people never ask me, what's the best combo? And the answer to that, if I were to ever be asked that on the street, or why anybody would ask me on the street, but the point is, the one that you get comfortable with is going to be the best one. And that's just bare minimum. Like the one, like, especially if you're learning, that means you don't have a bias.
Yep.
You don't have anything like nothing's going to feel comfortable probably because it's just new. But if you spend time, like I got some straight doo-doo combos that I could probably just leave outside at the boat ramp and they'll probably kick it before they steal it. But to me, I know it. Like, it's been around. It's
Yeah.
comfortable. I don't have to, like, it's just I'm used to it. So I don't expect anybody else to pick it up and be like, "Oh, this is great," because it's probably not. Do you know what I'm talking about? You've seen this or
Yeah.
felt it. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, when I was talking about like the Daiwa stuff, like those combos you can probably find on like Amazon, $60 to $70 if they have a good deal. But I have two reels because they haven't got lost to the overboard on the kayak. I have two reels and rod combos that have lasted 3 years, and I have not cleaned them yet. So it's cheap, it's affordable, and extremely reliable. All you have to do is just make sure you're not like smashing them on rocks and putting your rod tips inside the car door when you're closing them, and you're pretty good to go. But I would definitely say the first thing I will say to anybody in getting into the sport, trying to understand what they're trying to do, understand that YouTube is going to try to make people you watch on YouTube are going to try to make you buy stuff. Just as long as you can understand that, set a budget, then go have fun and go for it. But yeah, it's definitely like you're saying, it's super intimidating when you go down that aisle and you can see some people who are not avid fishermen down the aisle, and then they get the googly eyes, and then they just keep looking at one thing, and then like they're looking at split shot weights right next to the saltwater stuff in Walmart, and I'm like, and then they go over and pick up some EWGs. You're like, what are we doing over here? And we realize at that point, I realize like, okay, they might need help, but like it's very overwhelming. It's I can understand to anybody else. That's like me going into a Gucci store. I'm like, there ain't no way. I'll be up and down those aisles looking around like, no, this ain't it. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Someone told me once the fish don't care about your rod and reel costs. That's true.
Now, also keep in mind, anything that you're seeing in a retail store or even a tackle shop, this is mass produced stuff. Most of it, if not all of it's imported. So, they're churning out thousands and thousands of these rods or reels all the time. They're coming over on a container ship. They're on the back of a truck, traveling. Like, you're going to, like, when you're dealing with mass produced anything, there are going to be some turds. So you see like reviews, like a big thing, like the psychology of reviews. I'm not going to go into it because we just don't have the time, but like reviews on websites, and you got this different stars and this, that, and the other. Oh, this rod sucks. It broke within the first 2 days and all this kind of stuff. You don't know what that went through before it got to that person, and you don't know what it went through when it got to that person. Because some people, and I see it, they treat their gear like shit. And I'm talking like they just throw it in the back of the truck. They're just slamming it around on the ground. They're dumping it in the water. I mean, it's not that they don't care, but I think it's that they don't really have the investment to really like sit down and say, I need this to last. I was taught a long time ago, if you take care of your gear, it'll take care of you. Like, I manicure my stuff, I steam clean my stuff, and it's not because it's the nicest stuff. It's just that it's what I got. And
YouTube,
if something
your boy
happens,
T.
if something breaks, if something doesn't like, like I get frustrated if, I can't just replace a combo. Like I haven't lost combos per se, but I had a debacle from this year where I had one fall in the water. I talked about it last episode, and like I legitimately, like I was on the verge of tears because like I just ain't built to go replace a combo every other weekend. And so, I mean, it makes sense. Like whatever you get, you take care of it, you're gonna enjoy it. If it lasts, you're going to enjoy it. Now, if it's malfunctioning because of either a manufacturer defect or it needs repairs, that's a different story, obviously. And I think at that point, it does help to have either like somebody that that you can just show it to them and say, "Hey, is my reel broke or what's going on with my rod?" like I'm missing an eyelet, like those things don't necessarily prevent the piece of gear from working, but obviously it causes deficits with its performance that will, potentially impact your ability to use it for its intended purpose, right? So,
It's not
you're
yeah.
breaking off rod tips. It makes sense to invest in a tip top repair kit from Amazon or otherwise and learn how to, melt the glue and put the new tip top on. Like it just makes sense because I know plenty of people that'll pop that sucker off. Are like, I gotta go get a new rod. It's like, brother, you just gotta fix the tip. Well,
Yeah.
where do I do that? I'm like, bro, I got a tip top repair little kit
Or,
I got off Amazon for
yeah.
$20. And I got the glue, I got the repairs,
You got some
got
little epoxy.
thread on. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Yep.
So it definitely makes sense to have the ability to kind of like, turn on the Boy Scout mode and get stuff done. Replace bearings in reels, especially the one-way anti-reverse bearings, because those tend to go out pretty quickly, unfortunately. Like it's good skills to have because when you know them or at least have the ability to utilize those skills, you're going to save yourself money, time, frustration. Because don't let other people tell you how to spend your money or when to spend your money.
Yes.
Y'all know that, like that's a thing. But again, and I mentioned it again last time, but I've had people in my chat, I've seen them in Alex's chat where they come in and they're asking about certain things. And because we don't have an allegiance, I don't have an allegiance to any brand or anything. Like, all right, cool. Well, like if you can't fix what you got, take what your budget is and go get something. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Hit the
be
budget
like,
first.
don't be, oh, well, so and so said get the $150 rod. If you want to, go ahead. But if I got 150 for rods, I'm leaving with 3 rods and a can of bubble gum. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make sure that shit gets stretched.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do this professionally. I don't make a living off fishing by any means. But if you're making a living off fishing, you're probably not asking people how to repair a tip top. Like I feel like those aren't going to be two things that are
Two
happening.
things that have, yeah, they can't coexist. Not in the same conversation. There's no way.
Yeah.
So off of that, what is your stocking stuffer budget for a new angler? In your opinion, what would you think would put a new angler in a good position? Because I'm gonna be honest, new anglers, y'all shouldn't be fishing in the winter. Good luck doing that. You're probably going to be, unless you're in Florida, Southern California, or any of the Gulf Coast areas, fishing in the winter is probably going to be, I mean, for some people, it could probably be amazing, but for most, it's probably going to be slow, methodical, and frustrating, especially if you're a new fisherman. So, that being said, T, what is your budget for a new angler, stocking stuffer? They just got their gifts. How much would you say they should be looking at in budget wise?
I mean, I'm dumpster diving at Walmart pretty frequently nowadays, so that could be a route.
Have you checked Ollie's?
Ollie's is the most depressing place that I've been in, probably within the past like 15 years. There isn't a person that wants to be there. No, so I saw the question earlier. So I don't fly fish. I mean, I look fly when I fish. But I don't fly fish. I do some of the salt water, but it's not like, it's the pier. It's not like out on, off the coast where you can't see land. I think if you're looking for anybody, especially if they're looking freshwater and they're looking for like a sport fish.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say sport fish, I mean something that, some panfish, anything in the black bass family, your pikes, your muskies, stuff in that family, catfish count as well. Like I'm talking all of those species. You could probably take $100 American USD dollars and probably get you at least one either spinning or a bait casting combo. If you're not familiar or comfortable with bait casting, just go get you a good spinning combo. Any combo that has line on it that's been sitting in a store, peel the line off of it when you get home. Do not leave the line on there.
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that one more time?
Which part?
That whole section right there, that last 5, that like last 10 seconds.
Oh my God. Okay. So you get you a good combo. If it's a spinning combo, if you're comfortable, great. If you're comfortable with casting, go ahead. But if it's preloaded with line, I don't care what kind of line, I don't care what color it is, and I don't care if you like it. If it comes with line from the store, take the line off as soon as you get home.
Thank you.
and throw that into a fire, throw it into somebody else's yard,
Oh,
um,
hold on now.
throw it into the ocean.
Okay. T, I'm gonna have to stop you. Hold on now. Slow it down. Just throw it in the trash. Recyclables.
Used car batteries belong in the ocean.
Yeah, we're going. We're dead. We're dead before we even start.
How do you think the electric eels will get charged if we don't put used car batteries in the ocean?
I hear you, but that's not how it works. I swear. Kitchen View, what's up, everybody? I'm happy they missed that one. Oh. Dog Balls is following the trade. Oil came out the ground, so putting it back in the ground is fine, right? Question mark. Let's not answer that question.
So, yeah, so you can take $100. You don't even
I
have to go
agree.
that high. I'm saying 80 to 100. You get your
Yeah.
combo, get you some line. If get you some monofilament. Don't spend no fancy stuff. Just get you some Trilene Big Game. I use Zebco Omniflex. I have it. I bought 2 spools recently. It's like $3. It's like $2.95 for 700 yards.
I got some sitting around
And
here somewhere too.
it's not the best, but it'll get it done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you ain't got a screwdriver, but you got, like a fork or something or a knife,
Oh,
and
that
you can
butter
still
knife?
twist that son bitch,
Yeah.
the job's getting done. So I got
Facts.
plenty of Omniflex. I got Big Game Trilene. You can grab your big old spool. You can mess up a whole spool and throw it out and keep on chugging with a whole new line fresh off the filler spool. That's fine. You can get you some terminal tackle. You can get you a plain old 3600 size box.
You can
I
start seeing
think
a lot of the Walmart. They're starting to do a lot of bundles now. When you like the bass bundles, and it comes with like everything. But definitely, if we're going with the budget, I going back to what you're saying, I definitely agree. 80 to 100. I would personally say 120 on my boat, but yeah, 100 is perfect too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, depending on your taste. Now, right, somebody's going to get a combo. It's not going to be the best, but it'll get you to the point where, one, you'll start to get comfortable with it, but two, you'll know what you want from the next thing you get. So, like, if you want something lighter, you're going to get something lighter.
Yeah.
If you want something that has, a different action or a different strength that you can use, some people, especially when you're first starting out, like some people just want to cast and wind. When I say cast and wind, like they want to use crankbaits or like a spinner bait. They don't want to sit there and finesse them. They don't want to sit there and do a bunch of. They just want to cast out, reel back. That's fine. Some people don't mind being able to take like a plastic worm and just pop it back. You kind of figure out what your tolerance, what your patience is, because it's just, you can't just jump on the water and try something or trying to learn something new. You're not going to get it right away. Something's not going to make sense. Something's going to be in the water flipping around. You're going to have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, you're going to get an opportunity to figure out what your preferences are by some of those early combos. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to know what you want based upon what you do and don't like from what you start out with. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. Or if we're going to go to Mr. Die, C Die, the one and only, he's asking, what are our thoughts about the lure boxes for beginners?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great place to start because it removes the overwhelming kind of option overload that you get when you're trying to piece something together. So, like, if you don't even know, like, what the hell you're doing, as far as like, it's just like lures are just at the point where there's just so many colors and sizes and options, materials and brands, and it's like, it's not made for one thing to shine, right? So if only one color spinnerbait worked very well everywhere, there would be no other colors. It was, so it's just, as some people say, lures are more designed to catch fishermen than fish. Pretty much all of us have heard that. The boxes, I mean, I think sometimes the boxes are nice just to have, because you can obviously put whatever you want in them. But for somebody who's just starting out, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. But at the same time, I will say a deficit to them depending on who's putting it together and where you're buying it, like let's say there's a really good grub in the box and you're just catching perch and
Slamming.
crappie one after the other, and then you run out of
You know.
5 of them. How do you go get more? Because you're gonna want more. Do you got to buy another box and get all the other stuff you don't need, or are you able to track it from the person or the manufacturer that makes
Yep.
them? So that's something to consider.
Yes, I think that's a really good point because if there's curly tail worms inside of this bass box and the place you're buying it doesn't have the curly tail worms, you're pretty SOL on that re-up. So I agree with T. Those boxes can't steer you wrong until you want to branch off. So just make sure if the lure box is something you want to start with, understand what each lure is, not to the perversion level of, yeah, I know what scents that it comes with and all that, but to the point where you know the design and what it's called, and you're pretty much good from there. You can go online and figure out what else there is. What I also did like, especially Yum does it. I think Yum does it pretty good. On the back of the box, it tells you all the products that are in it by its Yum name, and they kind of put you in that right mindset. Going back to what you were saying, T, with you'll know what kind of grubs you're going to get because it will give you an actual name. So if I fresh out the pack, look at it and take out the tackle box, I'm probably going to rip the paper. But there is a trail that you could go back to look at that. If you have to go back to Walmart and or whatever store you're in, you can just look at the back of it when it's the Yum product. But I think who else posted that? That was Mall. Was it Mall Dropper who said the crappy bundles at Walmart are pretty good? Yeah, those are same. I would put those in the same thing as like the bass box, the crappie box, the panfish boxes. All of those little pre-mades are really good for beginners, just to give you a focus. I mean, you can still get weird in there. You can still. I think I saw a Wacky Rig box set at one point too. Or no. It was the bass. It was the bass box, but it had Wacky Rigs in there. It had little circle hooks, and it also had worm hooks. I was like, that's a little too advanced, but I get it because I didn't buy it, so I'm pretty sure it has some kind of instruction in there to help you in your rigging. But I mean, who's reading that? Yeah, T's reading that. T's reading that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see what we talking about. All right. Kitchen View's telling us. So how are we feeling about Sayuga Langalaga Ugaga brand?
I actually have one product from them, and it actually is pretty dang good. For what I use it for, it's amazing. They have a couple of BFS rods, ultralight fast action or ultra fast action rod tips. Mass produced. We're going back to that conversation. So you are going to get what you buy. You're getting a mass produced, very cheap piece of material. There is a high chance of failure, really bad failure, and there is no support. So you're going to buy something cheap, break it, and then there's nobody that's going to be able to replace it but your wallet. That's my personal opinion with that brand. There's nothing wrong with the brand. They have some hits, and they probably have some lows. You can see that with any high-end brand and any low-end brand. So just be careful on Amazon buying stuff. Just make sure you're looking at where it's coming from and how long it's going to take. Because if you're on a fishing high and you start shopping on Amazon and you didn't realize you bought from a seller outside of your country, you're probably going to be waiting a month. Just keep that in mind.
I got wish.com jig heads. It's been 2 years, but I'm holding out hope.
You still holding on to it? You think, has the seller even contacted you?
You know, I got concerned when the shop shut down.
Yeah, that's gone. That's a whole L. That's a big whole L.
And then somehow I bought an RV in the meantime.
Yeah. You got the truck in the little pre-built truck in the mail. Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Well, my very biased opinion that nobody has to agree with is that if you cannot, and I get it, man, there's some places, especially like super rural places or just where, you know, different countries have different opportunities and supply chains. If you cannot or avoid rather, if you can avoid buying gear off of any of like those type like the Amazons, especially if it's not like coming from an actual manufacturer shop, um, to try not to only due to like if something goes wrong, again, the support or the, could be non-existent. But a lot of from my understanding, which could be skewed, the differences between like mass produced stuff that you'll see at the Walmart versus mass produced stuff that you'll order direct from an Amazon or otherwise, like quality control from some of like
Yes.
pretty much all the import brands is non-existent. In other words, they are cranking out as much as possible, as fast as possible, because they understand some of their stuff is going to break. People will request refunds. So instead of being worried about it, they're just going to sell, sell, sell. So all the stuff that, the fraction or the percentage of people that actually follow through with trying to get their stuff fixed and trying to get repairs or any type of refund is not significant enough to eat into their margins.
Yep.
In other words, they can afford for let's say 100 people order the same rod. There's 100 of those rods. Let's say half of them bust. So you got 50 people that are happy because nothing bust, or maybe they don't use them, so now it can't get busted. Of the 50 people that get busted, maybe 10 actually follow through, try to get a refund, try to get a repair, try to do a warranty, do the email chain, do the phone tag game, all that kind of stuff, to where that's not really going to impact them. So like they're manufacturing stuff under the guise of we don't have to quality control it because it's not about quality, it's about getting stuff out. Like
Quantity.
Cast King,
Yep.
is it Cast King? Their motto is affordable innovation.
Fictions. Yep. Facts.
And if you're innovating, but you're also keeping it affordable, you're kind of basically saying, we can definitely afford to miss the mark, and we're good. Like I'm not going to drop names, but I was talking with somebody recently who had bought like some Cast King rods and reels, and said that they were breaking left and right, reported it to the manufacturer. They sent out replacements, no questions asked. The replacements busted. So, what are you going to do? Like fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I mean? So, there ain't nobody saying you can't get us a Googling blah blue blue blah blah 3000 today off Amazon. It'll get there next week. You'll throw it on your rod that you got from Amazon last month, and you can go out and you can get you a damn state record white perch, and you can be like, hell yeah, you're high fiving everybody at the weigh station. People are getting your autograph, all that kind of
big
stuff.
autograph, boys.
And you're going to be like, hell yeah, if it wasn't for the Sagalugalang Blamadoo 3000, I would have never caught the fish. And I'm not going to take that glory away from you. But if I saw that and I'm like, I'm going to go get the Sagalugalang 3000 and it busts.
Same combo. Yep.
Now I'm mad at them and I'm going to punch you.
Yep. I'm gonna catch you at your spot that I know you caught it at because it was documented where you had to catch
it's
it
on
at.
site. I'm going to put you on fish brain. It's just one of them deals. So
yep. Big facts. So yeah, that's definitely a mindset everybody should go in as a consumer for these products. Definitely understand that somebody's luck with mass produced stuff is not going to be the same luck you have. I wholeheartedly agree to that. Because I've seen people you can even look at Amazon reviews. People get stuff dead on arrival, and then they get mad at the company. Like, hey, you gotta blame the messenger on that one at the end of the day. But it is what it is. But we are rounding that 914, 915. So I guess we can start bringing it in for questions and comments in the chat. Finish up the last 20 minutes and probably talk about what we have planned, because I don't know what we have planned, and start moving through some stuff. All right, so everybody in chat, you got next 5 minutes. Throw as many questions you guys got. We're pretty much just going to try to hit them one by one, and if nothing, we're gonna try to talk about what we got planned.
We're gonna play Fortnite. No, we're not playing Fortnite.
Not playing Fortnite. No Fortnite.
No. Well, while we're waiting for the questions to roll in, I think at some point soon, before the end of the year, we should do we talk about what's coming up. So some of our highlights from this year and the things we're trying to achieve in the next in the next year.
Oof. Foreshadowing goals. I like it.
So, and I'm gonna make a video just for a couple heads up. I'm gonna make a clip for my YouTube channel. Some of the favorites that I found this year. So, like my favorite lure of the year, my favorite combo of the year, my favorite salad dressing of the year. I'm gonna cover some of those and cut like a 5-minute clip so I can have a bunch of people cyberbully me in my comments. So that'll be fun.
Yo, I think that's the best thing though. That interaction coming in of with I think anytime you put best on it, it opens it up for cyberbullying. All right, so we got the first question coming from Tyler. Have you caught a fish on the bait I recommended you, the green and purple flake? Yes, I have. Was it a tournament or were we out fun fishing? Fun fishing with Papa Whiskey and Bassing Through. Yes, I caught one on that bait. So, T, have you used anything with green with purple flake? It was a Cinco that I used.
Green with purple flake. So I know like our standard June bug is purple with green flake. So
Yeah.
we're flipping that on the upside down. I want to say, so I'm going to go on a quick tangent, but we'll be right back to it. Big Bite Baits, which is a great company. So Big Bite Baits does a lot of non-standard colors, and they have a stick worm that is a Senko, copy. It's called the Trick Stick. So the Big Bite Baits Trick Stick has a color that I want to say is pretty online or close to that.
Yep.
And if you're looking for a Senko alternative, especially since Gary sold the company and now it's going down.
Fish, yeah. That was another one that got bought out, and it's just gone. It's tanking.
No, I mean it's not. I got some green bag Senkos from the Walmart before they shut them down, and I think that's probably going to be my last Yamamoto's for a while. But I will say now that we're reading about it, that I'm going to see if I can't find my green purple flake trick sticks. So to be continued. I will report back my findings in the next 12 months.
All right. So Kitchen View, he asks what Ian's favorite fishing species is. Kitchen View, you're from the Berg. I love it. Big Berg fan. And T, you can hit it up first. What are your favorite species techniques?
Now, when we're saying Berg, are we talking Pittsburgh?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I'll choose my words carefully.
You better, dog.
It's okay. I'm not drinking pop. I'm drinking soda, so we're good on that front.
That's fair.
Favorite, species. So I said this last time, but I'm gonna say it again for the new folks here. Like my favorite fish to catch is the next one. You got me? So I don't discriminate. Anything that's got a pulse and wants to fight back, bring it. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Turtle, I don't care. You catching hands. Technique, it changes because I go through periods of like the phases. I'm really bad at, like I was all about wacky rig last year. I don't think I caught a fish on the wacky rig this year. I think right now if I could only take one technique out, crankbait, shallow crankbait, square bill. If I can get a square bill bite, if you need to ask me a favor, wait till I have a good day of square bill bites because I'm in a good mood. I get that dopamine fix and it's just like, let's get this.
Yes, sir.
That's just kind of like the thing. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna pass the mic. What are you doing?
So bass, of course, I'm a competitive bass fisherman, first and foremost. But I do agree. Mostly, I do multi-species when it's struggling. But bass is going to be the species I'm always going for. Bait, that my favorite bait. I am in the same boat with T, but I also can never take a chatterbait off of my chatterbait rods. So I'm going to say chatterbait number one, followed by crankbait. Those are my two, but chatterbait beats crankbait by just a little bit. But yeah, chatterbait. I think we had another question. Confidence bait. And one bait, have to catch a bass. What are you picking up? Oof. I'll start it off and then I'll pass it over to you, T. Number one confidence bait, like I said, is going to be a chatterbait. One bait, have to catch a bass. What are you picking up? Sadly, I'm going to say it will be a Ned rig. It will catch any bass next to it. All right, T, what you got for that one?
Confidence bait. Oh man, square bill. I love it. We're gonna do just a heads up. We're gonna do a square bill seminar at some point, probably in the spring. I'm gonna go out on the water. I'm gonna film some POV footage, and we're gonna share it on one of these episodes.
I like it.
Because I need y'all to trust the square bill. Square bills pay the bills, and I want to help y'all make sure you're up to date on your finances. One bait to have to catch a bass. What are you picking up? All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound like a joke, but I'm dead serious.
Don't
People
you
that know me know me. If I only got one bait and I gotta catch a bass, I'm talking life depends on it. Let me ask you, what do you think I'm gonna say?
Don't you say a Panther Martin inline? I swear to goodness.
No.
Okay.
I would never say inline, especially not a rooster tail. Maul knows
Okay.
why. Close, sort of close. I'm picking up one bait, beetle spin.
Yo, big
I'm dead
facts.
serious.
Yo, that's
I'm
easy.
dead
Yeah.
serious.
Okay, I agree. That's
Quarter
good.
ounce beetle spin from the pack. If I got to catch a bass and I got an hour to do it, or they're taking my knees out, with a baseball bat, bro, you might as well keep the Easton B core right where you had it, because I'm getting a beetle spin out and I'm about to get a head shaker 3 on the end of the rod. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Fuzzy's right. That is Chico, but that I agree. I'm going to the Rooster Tails inline spinners, they're going to catch everything, but the beetle spin is king. Beetle spin king. Definitely king.
I'm just saying, like, legitimately, anybody that's listening or watching right now, if you don't have beetle spins somewhere, the next time you're down at the Walmart or wherever you go, and because they got them there, please grab them. Have like 3 or 4, because especially if you're taking somebody with you that doesn't really know what's kind of going on, they can throw a beetle spin out and something can happen magical. I'm talking it's going straight to Pinterest. So but hold on, we missed one from the Fed, our favorite federal agent. Dog Balls wants to know your favorite kayak snacks and beverage. Let me go ahead and just jump in on that one real quick. I don't eat or drink on the kayak because I can't usually go places to relieve myself. So I am malnourished and dehydrated pretty much at all times. So it's the struggle status, but it's not delivery, it is the struggle. So I have none. So what are you eating or drinking on the kayak?
Oof. Yeah, I mean, tournament wise, it's been a staple for last year. For the last 2 years, it's going to be the wild berry Skittles gummies, purple bag only. You got to bring the purple bag with you on the water. Drink wise, I'm taking less soda on the water with me. I'm taking soda on the water, but it's only mostly going to be for if we hit a fish's gill, we need to coagulate real quick. But the main drink that I have been, and it's been kind of a staple now, is vitamin water, dragon fruit, or was it? Yeah, is it dragon fruit or dragon something? It's the red one. That or Gatorade, but yeah, mostly the vitamin water. Those are my 2 have to have on the boat. After that, there comes in a whole bunch of other variables. So donuts or a sandwich or a slice of pizza or like gallons of water. All variables. Dog balls also confirmed not a Fed.
If I was a Fed and somebody accused me of being a Fed, I would say I'm not a Fed.
You just gotta let it ride out. Yeah, that I agree with too.
Your own conclusions.
You just gotta let it ride out, dog balls.
Yeah,
Oh, Cedar was also asking for your beetle spin. What color are you throwing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go light color. So you have the white with the black dot and the yellow with the black dot. If I could only pick one beetle spin color, it's the yellow. And there's no reason to that other than that's just what I've historically, like the yellow beetle spin with the silver Colorado blade on the spinner there. I mean, I would take that into war and have a bad time, but it would be cool up until the first confrontation, because those things I feel like they should package them with a coupon to get a free pillow, because y'all been sleeping on beetle spins for decades.
Facts. There you go. Lay him down on it. Lay him down. Yeah. Now I think The you and Tatum are the only person I have seen online getting it in. Uh oh. Slept on. The Beetle spin was there. Where were you? But yeah, and Solo, to answer your question on the soda and blood. All it does is coagulate the carbonation. Something in it coagulates the blood, especially if you hit a gill. Fish mortality is not confirmed if they survive or die after it, but mostly the conclusion is, and listening to marine biologists talk about it, conclusion is it's about the same as if you took the hook out, saw the blood, and threw the fish back. It should have the same amount of chance of living than when you took the hook out, took your picture, saw the blood, coagulated it, and threw it back. So,
on the opposite side, if it doesn't work, at least the last thing that fish got to do was drink Mountain Dew. So does it get better? I'm not saying I don't know, but just
its DNA is changed once it hits. DNA is changed. That boy's gonna be riding a high when he's swimming back there.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Goes back to his school. He's like, "What do y'all know about dirt bikes?" And it's a thing.
Look at that as a prophet at that point. This man's seen some things. Do y'all prefer
All right.
shallow or deep
Shallow
water
or
fishing?
deep water.
Oh, you got this one, T.
I don't. Around here, most of the places I go to, deep water is 6 feet or more.
Yep.
So one of my goals. So just a preview of what we'll probably be talking about here next episode. That'll probably happen sometime around February. Is like when I'm talking deep water, like I'm talking using electronics. I don't have live sonar, so I will not be using live sonar. I have extensive training in the drop the buoy and let it go to the bottom once you find something on the side scan, and then just target that until nothing happens, and then repeat that over and over. So I'm going to start targeting like from the 10 to 20 feet zone. I've got 2 lakes near me that have that available. So I don't do it enough to say I prefer it, but I am saying I prefer to get better at deep water. So that's going to be something for the next several months. That's going to be on the to-do list for sure.
I found a jig. It'll help you out a lot, unless you want to sit there with a dang Carolina rig all freaking day.
I have one rigged up right now. So
yo,
that's
you
probably,
are a dangerous man. Ugh. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm either going to catch a fish or I'm going to bounce that bitch right off the windshield on the boat. Either way.
Yep. That thing is worse.
Maybe both.
Both. Yeah, I was about to say you could definitely get both. Okay, so for me, preference wise for competitive fishing, I choose deep water relative to what we consider deep water. T's deep water was 6 foot. I would say my deep water is 15 feet. I would prefer to fish anything between T's deep water to my deep water. Normally, I'm very comfortable fishing grass. And if the grass is growing off that 6 foot coming into 10 foot, I'm fishing it. Now, if we're talking Lake Norman or any deeper bodies of water where we're talking 40 to 60 feet, where the fish can be down in 30 plus feet, I don't fish that as comfortable. So I would prefer to fish shallow. So yeah. But yeah, this summer I learned how to fish deep though. I was tearing them up with the scope. But yeah, I would say as of right now, my preference is going to be, I guess mid depth, so shallow. It's not deep. I would say shallow then. Yep, those are my techniques.
Let's get like one more brain buster.
You got one? I was about to say, you waiting for them? I was about to say, I thought you had one. I was about to say, hold on, what you cooking?
Oh no, I've been mentally checked out since 4 p.m. So
okay, yeah, you mean 4 a.m.?
No, that well. Who's counting?
Who's got the numbers?
Oh man. A trivia question? I mean, the feds have asked me enough questions and vice versa.
Listen, he worked He worked in the system. It just happened to be a federal system. That's what all he's saying. Missy dropping the tier 3 71 months. I'm sorry, 89 months, 71 month streak.
89
Holy
months.
moly. 89 months. That's a real one. Missy, thank you so much. So much.
Good stuff. No, I'll put this out there. Here's some trivia. So I was in Dogball's chat,
A member
and
has
he was
returned
on the lake
for
in his kayak,
redeployment.
drinking his coffee.
Yep.
And I'm going to say the man
Miss
is the
MSX
most
just redeployed with the
most,
fire
like,
team. 89
like,
months
you know,
strong.
I'm
Soon
talking
100. We can anchor it.
man probably could just like you think you're watching a live action LL Bean commercial. Like he's got it together. He's put together.
Just
You know what I'm saying? My man's like reeling and jigging while looking at the camera, and it's just like there's no way. Like Helen
member
Keller
has
watched this shit and
returned
like he's got it
for
together. We know this.
redeployment.
And I had brought something up. I don't remember the question, but
Jace
he looked
_Wolf
at the
just
camera.
redeployed with the
He
fire
said, "T, you
team.
know I'm a federal agent."
46 months strong.
A
One,
member
I
has
didn't know.
returned
Uh-huh.
for
Three, I
redeployment.
ain't forgetting.
Yep.
So that's
It's
where
there.
that comes from.
Yep,
So
that's it. He's
Webster
fed.
Crowley just redeployed
that's
with
all
the
I'm
fire
saying.
team.
Hey,
Like some of
listen.
us,
17 months
some
strong.
of us will eat a meal
Texarkana.
and be full, but dog balls is fed. You feel me?
Yo. Bars. Oh man. I think so. Going back up, Papa Whiskey, I got you for that question. He asked Garmin, Lawrence, Hummingbird. Choose one. Yeah, that one's tough. But for me personally, if I had no budget and I could get any of them, it would probably be Hummingbird at the high end. Yeah, high end Hummingbird. He said not a fit.
Okay. Garmin, Lowrance, Hummingbird. Choose one. I mean, I like Hummingbird. Matter of fact, I've got a Helix. I got a Helix 7 on the tracker right now. Gen 3, which is like 4 years old, whatever.
That's what I got.
I mean, I like it. I don't
it's-
use any of the settings. There's so much stuff in there. It's, I'm gonna end up, you hit the wrong thing and your washing machine starts turning on. So I leave it on auto. I've never used Garmin. I've used Lowrance stuff before. There is a mythical character. I don't know if y'all know it, but Martin Lowrance is a thing. So I would Hummingbird I'm most familiar with, so I would choose it just because I don't like change. But I think Garmin probably has the game wrapped up on like GPS and positioning and waypoints and stuff like that, just because they've been doing that for so long. In Lowrance, I think, my opinion, which nobody tends to care about, I think Lowrance is good if you want to get the whole system. So like the Lowrance trolling motor, if you got the boat situation going, like their networking. Hummingbird does well. Hummingbird does stuff with Minn Kota. I think they're under the same brand family.
Johnson Outdoors.
Johnson Outdoors. So I think if you're going for a full network of things all connected, Lowrance is your go-to. If you just want to plug shit in and go, Hummingbird's your go-to. If you need to know where the hell you are, Garmin's your go-to. But because I know where I'm at and I don't have anything connected because I don't trust the government, I'm going to say Hummingbird.
Yep. The overlay fish finder on stream. Lawrence might do that also. Hummingbird does not. Yeah, Hummingbird doesn't. Lawrence has HDMI in, so you can do I don't know if it has HDMI out. I think it does wireless out. But yeah, you can do some weird stuff with Lawrence also. Garmin does have a streaming app, but you have to have the right hardware for it, which I don't. Yes, Garmin is Wi-Fi out. Yep. So
yeah, just give me a color selector and a warm Pepsi, and I'll get shit done.
Yeah, I'll take it from there. All right. So that was the last question. T. We did round over 9:30, but we did it. But going forward, Yeah, that was 3 butts in a row. Oh, sorry, Fuzzy. Is okay. We're not answering that because I have to say the question out loud. That's not happening because she's in the other room. I don't even have mine on. Shit. Don't do that. You're making me look bad. Okay. So yes, I don't got mine on. I'm just saying. That's not on me. That's on me. That's on me. My bad, team. That's on me. Dang. Caught me at 4K.
Now, granted, when I'm out wearing it, here's a tip. Here's a tip. If you have a ring and you're out on the water, don't. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to recommend it. Don't wear it. If you're on a kayak, if you're on the shoreline near the water's edge, if you're on a boat, tuck it away. I put it on my key ring. You got me? So these things, when you're casting and moving and flicking people off that are cutting you off, you don't want to lose that,
I lost
especially
mine.
if you've got some money into it. That needs to be tucked away. That needs to be safe. I mean, there's people out there that'll try to rob your ass. If I see you lacking, it might be me. The point being is keep your stuff safe, especially if you're on the shoreline. Some people like myself, we fish in places where people might not necessarily care about your safety. So if you're out rocking expensive watches, I got that Timex 30 lap. Ain't no smartwatch. It dumb as shit. I ain't got a smartwatch. I don't wear my ring. My clothes are from the secondhand store. Ain't nobody trying to steal my drip. The only drip I got is when my lure's out the water. You feel me? Keep yourself safe. Don't be flashing stuff. Don't take anything out that you might lose. I'm just saying, feds might roll up. Hi, my name's Dog Balls. You know what I mean? Like you just can't be up on people expecting folks to respect your privacy, your property, your style. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, I lost mine to it. I lost a fight with a crab on a pier, and he took my my first wedding band with him, or my first wedding ring with him. Yeah, it was a sad day.
Is that a real story?
That's a real story. That's a hard ass real story. It's
So
sad.
Mr.
Yo,
Krabs straight stole your stuff.
yeah, we were fishing. I'll even give y'all the whole scenario. We're at Swan Quarters.
Oh hell.
Swan Quarters. Y'all can check it out in North Carolina. It has a pier that goes out into the Sound. I forgot what sound it is, but yeah, it's just a shallow water area offside the main coast, and pulled them up on a shrimp. I tried to grab them. I got grabbed. I shook them. My hands were already wet. I shook them off. Ring fell. Crab fell. Ring went into the water. Wife, brother-in-law, niece, all there watching me laughing.
Yeah, witnesses.
Yo, big witnesses. I will say that crab got steamed and it got eaten.
Damn, straight pooed his ass out 2 days later and everything. All right.
Yeah, he got the full circle of life. But yeah, I lost my first wedding ring. Went out to Swan Quarters off the pier because I mishandled a crab. Crab got the dub. I actually crab got the W there. I got the W later.
I mean, that's got a better plot development than Twilight, so I appreciate you sharing that.
Gotta share it. All right. We don't have an official outro, but we will talk to y'all. Shoot.
When we coming back?
What's your schedule looking like? Because we gotta talk about goals. You want to schedule for next year? You want to hit up like the.
Well, I'm taking some time off. So next week's not going to be good.
Okay.
But the following week, which is the week of Christmas, so for those who celebrate, that's a busy time, and you know, people are traveling, spend time with your peoples. Maybe probably not Christmas Day. I mean, I could do like Monday the 23rd or like Thursday the 26th. And I've got time off. Like I think we should either we do something that week or we do like a New Year's Eve special. Maybe I don't know if you're partying or if you're moving around or doing anything, but we could do like a New Year's Eve special.
Yeah, 31st. I'm down for it.
What time do the people? So the folks watching it, if you're going to hang out with us on the 31st, do you want it like earlier in the evening, like around like sundown, 5, 6, 7, or do you want to late like? Do you want to ride up to like midnight, or how do y'all want to play it? Let me go ahead and just get the survey real quick.
All right. I guess we could have made a pin somewhere. One of my moderators hit a pin. I mean, hit a poll.
Hit a poll.
Don't hit a poll, but make a
Don't
poll.
hit a poll, but
Poll it up.
poll it. No,
Dang it.
sounds like a club I went to and I regretted.
Dang it.
That crab was there.
Nah, Grab was not there. Stop playing. Don't do that. 7 to 7:30, so I could be off of work.
We don't have to talk fast as shit. I can do it too, but well, so we're thinking Eastern time. I mean, we could probably. I mean, it depends on what's going on, but somewhere we probably start somewhere between like 7 and 8:30, and then can kind of go for as long as viable and healthy.
Greg, he lives pretty close to Swan Quarters, and he's like Rose Bay. I was like, yep, that's it. He got it. That's where it's at. Off of that pier.
Later near midnight, earlier. I mean, I don't party, I don't drink, so I can do whatever. I'm not going to be traveling. Fireworks are illegal here. Doesn't mean I don't have them, but if anybody asks, I don't have them.
You said it doesn't mean I don't have them.
You know, if you microwave a fork, you've got a firework. I won't tell you how I know that.
Oof. Man down.
A fork, you've got a firework.
Man down. So earlier is winning with 3 votes. I think we're good. I think we'll keep it early. We'll catch it on the sun setting, sundown type of time.
I'm with it.
Okay, dope. So we'll probably posting stuff social media wise leading up to it. So we'll keep everybody posted on time. We're probably going to be leaning towards that. Would you want to try to hit that 5 to something time?
So
6
depending
works.
on the vibes. If the vibes are off, maybe later, just because especially if folks are going to be partaking in any level of drinking or festivities, I don't want them out driving for their safety and the community safety. So maybe if we can convince them to get nice and comfortable with our banter about. So here's what we're going to do. So let me just so everybody knows, like we're going to share our highlights of this year and our goals for next year, and we would definitely like for folks that are in the chats to also bring that to us. So this is not just an interactive, but it's also like, if there's something like, let's say you got a goal that you're trying to achieve in 2025, we might be able to help you figure out what it's going to take to do that. And if you got advice for us to get our goals of 2025, help us out. You know what I mean? So we'll turn this into like a mutually beneficial thing to end this year, to start the next year. Obviously I need y'all to stay safe because you can't hang out with us next year if you do some dumb shit at the end of this year. So I think it's more like an accountability. We're going to babysit you all, and that's fine, I think. You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's see. I also have. There we go. I guess that doesn't work. I want to try to get the Discord thing set up, but it's not really giving me an open. There we go. Let's see. Invite people. Okay, I don't know. Discord's getting weird. It's telling me I have to. It says hidden, use a copy button. I don't want it to be hidden. for the next 7 days. Generate link. Okay, I don't know what it's doing, T. I quit, but I tried to do it. I tried to do it right. Yeah, I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
I mean, I won't judge you out loud, just in my mind.
I tried to. Streamer mode, looks on the water, question mark, might hide it. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, streamer mode probably hides it. So I'll send it out. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Sad. Nonetheless. Yeah, big dupes. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thanks everybody for watching. T, you got any you got any sound offs or closeouts for anybody? Are you good?
Words of wisdom for y'all to carry until the next episode. Couple of them. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
No, big facts.
So that's one. I got that tattooed on my calf. And we've just the next when you see somebody tomorrow, you know, go ahead and tell them here's something to share with your people that you all encountered tomorrow on the 12th. You just go ahead and tell them you're kind of conflicted because tell them that last night, which will be tonight coming up, say, you know, last night had a dream. I actually had a dream last night, and I had a dream about
MLT.
mufflers.
Okay,
And follow me. Say I had a dream about mufflers and woke up exhausted. So go ahead and use that tomorrow. Spread some joy.
Well said. Nice drop.
Muffler Awareness Week. And that's what it's about. So that's what I probably should have kept in my head. You're welcome.
That was a good one. Y'all have a great night, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever y'all at. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch y'all New Year's Eve. Later, everybody.